What's going on, paisanos? V here, coming at you with another market watch today. Now, the market is starting to kind of establish itself as a market in which the meta cards are stabilizing, whereas other cards are just going like there's always going to be a buyout in the market watch. This is always going to happen. Cards are always going to go up in value. Cards are always going to go down in value. This is inevitable. And as the meta stabilizes, the market is trying to adjust to that. And that's what we're seeing here right now. We're seeing cards some cards go low, some cards go high. And then we got other cards that just don't care. Oh, by the way, we have a bounce in August. We should probably start focusing on that. I'll get to all that in this market watch. But before again, please make sure to hit the like in this video. Comment down below. If you have any questions, type in hashtag QVV. And don't forget to subscribe. So looking at Dingarusu, it's been around 32 bucks for a good amount of time. Looking over here in the market price is about 33.40, and the mid first editions are hitting almost near $34. So going back to its original price point of $35, and I thought that was the highest price. I thought that was a crazy price, and I still do. I think Dingarusu is very overpriced for what it is. I think Orcus is a phenomenal deck, but does not need to be at this high price point. I really do think this card will be going down in value. Wouldn't it be surprising what happens next week or two? Then we have Gnome Material. No V, it's no material. It's no material, whatever, bro. This card's $32 on the market, but look over here, it's not that. It's actually $29 for this card. And to be honest with you, this card really isn't that good. I feel like if all I had to say was, if they got rid of why you control no cards, this card would be insane. This card would be absolutely nuts. But because of the fact that this card says, why you control no cards, it's trash. Isn't it like Infinite Permits that has that secondary ability where you go, okay, it's past turn 1, I can set it now, and I can not only negate the effect still, the initial effect of the card, but I can also block a back row. Well, this card doesn't do that, and that's why this card's not really worth it. It's not bad of a card, but it's just not worth it. It's definitely not worth being at even $29, the low of its current market price. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, $30 market price, and it's kind of, I mean, besides that guy, it's kind of roughly around $30. And I don't agree with this price point at all still. I know a lot of you players can be out there, V, the card's so good, and it does have potential, but let's be honest with you. You're playing this card looking to go into time. That's why you care about this card. Realistically, you shouldn't care about this card. Realistically, it makes no sense, but you're playing this card when you go into time, and I don't blame you because the time rules are trash. With that said, if you have a good deck that you don't go into time as often, this card's not needed. I really do feel that way. I think that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are really overestimating Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. And you go both V, I can get a lot of life points. Well, sure, but if this was a Spear Mode in your hand, you could just blow out that kid's board and just continue playing game, because that's what you really want to play it against, any kind of heavy combo deck. So that's why I don't agree with this card. But once again, if you're playing something like Prank Kids, yeah, if I was playing my Prank Kids at any Yu-Gi-Oh event, I would side, maybe even consider maining 3 Ghosts and Spooky Dogwood. Most likely sided, actually. So when you go into time, as they're like struggling with their combo, you just pitch this card, and you're already ahead with the 1,500 life points differential. So you're already in a good spot. So sure, but realistically, competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players, you're just seeing in their deck profiles that they're not playing this card as much as other cards. Then you got Psychic Mining. Now here's the weird thing. The card's $22 market price. We're seeing it roughly around $23, and I thought this card was going to go a lot higher. And the reason why is because Salaman Greats is definitely showing, especially within this weekend, a dominant position in the meta. It's just wrecking everything. Now, it's not the unstoppable tier 1 beast. There's still a lot of great tier 1 decks, and I'll have my updated tier list coming out soon. But Signet Mining is a very good card, definitely used in 3-ups. So that's why I'm surprised this card isn't seeing as much value increase. Maybe it's price point stabilized. Maybe that is the right price point for it to be at. I don't know. But I do know is that Salaman Grades definitely have a lot of tops this past weekend. Then you got Infinity Chasers. And we have cards like Witchcraft of Creation, which is a $26 market price. And it's actually about $25. I mean, after that one's gone, it does hit around $26. Nevertheless, the card's under its $35 previous spike in price point. Sergio, Watcher of the Evil Eye, another card that's $16 on its market price, and it's barely holding on to that. It's roughly around $15 in the market. And to be honest with you, this is still high in value. Both of these cards are really relatively high in value. Evil Eye at least has shown some tops, whereas Witchcraft really hasn't. Both of these decks are great deck cores to get and pick up. It's just buying them now is just a bad idea, being the fact that these two cards are still relatively high in price point. Definitely lower than they were when Infinity was dropped, but still a high price point card. You got other cards over here, like from Legendary Collection Kaiba, cards like Drill and Lockbird, which is really under the radar now. It's like $9 for its ultra rare. It used to be $14, being the fact that they had a common reprint. KONAMI is about $9, which is kind of weird because the dual power version is a little bit different, but this is a higher secret rare version, so I guess this one just went up to be higher. And then you got everything else in Legendary Collection Kaiba being roughly around like 9s. You got like Ash Blossom being 9s for the ultra rare. You got Regeki being around 9s. Then you got Ghost Ogre that used to be 9s, then now it's about 6s. And then everything else starts dropping a little bit lower in value. Then you got Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, a card which price point was roughly always around $105. Well, that's changed. Once again, Salamander is showing more dominance in play. We're seeing unlimited versions hit about $108. As far as first season versions, that's up to $110 for Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. As much as I'm excited about this card seeing play, because I actually have this card, I could play it, which is kind of cool. I don't like that the meta is to this point where we have to have hand traps being around $100. I didn't like it when Ash was a $100 hand trap. I didn't like it when Impermius was a $100 hand trap. And I don't like it when Fantastical Dragon Phantasme is roughly around a $100 hand trap. Like, it's just not cool. I don't like that. I really wish Konami gave Yu-Gi-Oh! Players the opportunity to reprint this card, so other Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can have the ability to play this at a YCS of regionals, nationals, of course. But it is what it is, guys. This is what we're dealing with, and we're not getting a reprint. So all the cherries and fairies aside, this is what you gotta do. You gotta have Fantastical Dragon Phantasmes, at least 2 of these, in your deck, depending what deck you play, of course. But this is definitely need a card, and the price point, I don't know if it's gonna go down any lower. I mean, probably within like this week is a chance for the card to go lower. I don't think it's gonna happen though, because the regionals, especially, I think this Columbus has a regionals, which is normally pretty big, and other Yu-Gi-Oh! Events this weekend. And then next weekend's the YCS for all of us in Tennessee, so I don't think this card's gonna go any lower. So if you don't have Phantasmes, and you're looking to go to like a YCS and looking to do good, you might want to bite the bullet if you need this card. You have other cards like Pot of Extravagance, another card that's around $74 in the market price, but it's not. It's definitely not. The actual price point of this card is, this guy got 418 sales, $76. The first season versions, that bad boy is roughly about $78 for a Pot of Extravagance. And it's used in a lot of decks. No longer is it just using Geist, it's using Two Dracos, it's using Mystic Mind Burn. It's just used in Guru Control. It just has so much application for this card. A card which was $40 is now up there, and it's not going to cool down. Once again, just like Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, the card is going to maintain a high price point because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players need these for their decks. And to be honest with you, nobody's getting any more Savage Strike because some ungodly reason, besides Walmart and Target, local store OTS owners like myself and other OTS stores cannot have access to any more Savage Strike. We just don't have it. We can't get any more of it. I have every distributor under the sun, the main ones. The extra side distributor I might talk to in a bit, because I cannot get any more Savage Strike. So my customers cannot get it. So either players cannot get it and open it up. Once again, it's probably some at Walmart and Target, but that's not locals. But the price point of this card is obviously very high in value. And if you guys see any packs of Savage Strike, even a box, it was almost a lottery. It's almost a, I mean, you have 2 chances to make your money back. You can pull Phantasme, you can pull Extravagance, and after that, you go neg. If you pull an Extravagance like a Corbane, you're back in. I mean, that's pretty cool. Or like a Borload Savage Dragon, but the odds of that really, like, it's literally a gamble for that. Then you have Tricks and Corbane. Speaking of which, $12 market price, and we're seeing it roughly around for, this guy has about 11s. The next first edition is around 13, so you do what you want with that information. Unlimited to roughly around 13s as well. It's still maintaining a high price point for a card which is seeing one-ofs. Though Tricksters is still seeing play, Tricksters is definitely still a meta deck. I don't want to throw Tricksters in the tier 1 category. I just don't want to do that. But I will easily recommend them as a tier 1.5 deck. And Tricksters is still a good deck. For some ungodly reason, it's still around. But I do think that Trickster Corbane is relatively high for its current value. I do feel like this card's going to go back down in value, and the reason why is because the Orcus builds that do run Tricksters run 1 Corbane. That's it. It's not like a must-have 3-of card. And for it to maintain a high price point, it's just kind of weird. Then again, it came out in Savage Strike, and, you know, like I said about the other video about Savage Strike and how those packs are hard to get. So, Another thing that's really weird to me is Legendary Duelist Sister of the Rose booster boxes. Now, for my fellow OTS store owners, you know this set's on fire sale. It is 100% on fire sale. And I don't know, I think it's kind of worth it. I'm feeling this set as value. And let me explain, guys. Urgent Schedule is $22. Herbie Perfumer is $13. This card is like $10. Frozen Rose, $6. Like, there's just value in this set all over the place. And it's a legendary duelist set, which we know the minute it's out of print goes up in value. It ain't like regular core sets or sub-core sets that just they go out of print and maybe some cards will go up in value, but for the most part, as it is what it is. No, with legendary duelist sets, when they go out of print, they spike in value crazily due to the fact that there's a less likely chance of these cards getting reprinted, and due to the fact that no one really bought legendary duelists just little rows. So this is a really good set. So one thing that my fellow store owners, you're probably gonna want to get some of these. I got like a box. No, I'm sorry, 2 boxes. Or 3 boxes, I forgot already. I'm gonna probably buy more of these because they're only $40 for a booster box of this set. And like I said, guys, I think this set has a lot of potential and nobody's looking at it right now. Then you got Manju of 10,000 hands. Now, at first glance, you go, V, it's Manju. Nobody cares. We just recently got Manju. What, in Hidden Summoners? And I'll go, sure. Yeah, you got a Hidden Summoners. But looking at the Hidden Summoners version of Manju, it's almost near $3. This card was nothing. 32 prices marked listed over here on TCG Player for the recent release of Hidden Summoners. Manju of 10,000 hands. Looking at it, there's, I mean, you got a 13 wall and a 30 wall, but 75 wall, which is huge, but these walls can easily be broken, and have been broken many times with Manju. Manju of 10,000 hands has been released, prices tanked, walls get broken, prices spike, and everyone freaks out about this card. I'm just throwing it out there for those of you guys out there right now watching this video who are thinking, maybe I should get a card for long-term value. It's Manju, by the way. The correct answer is Manju. The dual terminal ones are about almost $10, which is a little bit pricey. You can get Hidden Summoner ones. You probably have Hidden Summoner packs of your locals. Probably these cards might be in your dollar binder. Get these cards and hold them because these are long-term value. This is what happens with every single version of Manju. Remember when it came out in Secret Forces, it was the same thing with the huge walls, and then went back up in value, ironically super rare, and then it went back up in value to a high-priced card. I'm just throwing it out there for you guys. You might want to keep this card in consideration. Also, you're not pulling a lot of Manjus and Hidden Summoner booster boxes. I think you'll average about 3, maybe 6 if you're lucky, per booster box. That's it. Which isn't a lot, to be honest with you. And not only people cracking Hidden Summoners, even though they have Prank Kits, which is one of the most undervalued decks of the meta, everyone... Go to your locals and ask people ask them if you know Prank Kids. Ask other people about Prank Kids. There's a 99.99999% chance they don't know it. Went to a regionals, up until the last round, besides one person, everyone was reading my Prank Kid cards and asking me, what does this do? That is almost, and this is I'm going to say 1.5 deck because you players are still getting it. And no, really, it's tier 2 deck. But you players are still getting a regional invite with Prank Kids. So it's a dirt cheap deck. But what I'm trying to say is Manju is one of the high priced cards on this set. And nobody really realized it. You got Prank Kids Place, Neptivus, the Sacred Beast, for some reason it's cost $3. And then you got Manju. Once again, a card nobody's looking at. Then we have Sound Strike, the Ultimate Rare from OTS Tournament Pack 4. This card was around $55, then went up to $60 and hovered there for a while. Market price for this card would be about $84. Well, no, it's not anymore. It's almost near $90 for Ultimate Rare Sound Strike. Yeah, I just... kind of weird how it came on OTS Pack 4, and then that's up in value. Like, you have also cards like the Strudel, the Lost Dragon Fission, a super rare that came out in OTS on Pack 7. Market price has the card roughly around $7. It's actually, I mean, you got one over here for about $7, and after that, oh yeah, right, it's almost near $9 for this card. This card's weird ratios. I always felt like, that's why I don't trust this card. I hate the fact that it has weird ratios. Some ratios play this card at 3 of a deck. Some play it at 1. I recommend 1 Destrudo, but I've seen guys that have top regionals that have played 3 and swear by them. Do you play this card? And let me know how many do you play. We also have Zodiac Whiptail, another card that used to be $20, mind you. Market price of this card is almost near 15, it's about $14.58. Let You Play to about 13s. Unlimited's also roughly around $13 for near mint versions of Zodiac Whiptail. Before OTS Pack 5 was just thrown out into the market, Zodiac Whiptail's price point was $20. The reason I want to say that to you guys is because I believe Zodiac Whiptail's price point can easily hit up to $20 again. So if you're holding OTS 1 Pack 5 Zodiac Whiptail, you might want to hold it and not just get rid of it as fast because there's value in this card. I don't know why, but it could be because the card says Zodiac in it, and there's always the hype anticipation of KONAMI going, give them a little bit more Zodiacs, just off a ban list. Will that happen this ban list? Probably not. Would it happen within a year? Probably not. Would that happen within 2 years? Maybe. And just like Necros, where they came off the ban list and like 2 or 3 guys topped the regional somewhere, Yu-Gi-Oh players got really excited and the price of Necros really spiked. Well, that got happened with Zodiac. So that's why I say hold your Whiptails and hold all the other Zodiac cards, especially if you get them in original print first edition. It's worth it. You got cards like Typhoon, which, yeah, super rare Typhoons are $13. The guy has 3 of them, that's it, and then it's sold out. Market price Typhoon super rares are $10. Then you got the common versions, which are about $7 on the market price, which are hitting near $7 for Typhoon. And the only deck that plays Typhoon, Ultigeist, that I can think of. Maybe there's some other guy out there. No, V, I played in my Fluffles, sure. You and me, that guy. But Typhoon is really being hitting up high numbers. You have other cards like Infinite Permanence, which is a really weird thing about Infinite Permanence. I'm gonna go into before I talk about Dual Power, which is a joke and a bad one. And I'll tell you why the value is tanked in Dual Power. Infinite Permanence, Dual Power, okay? Market price of this card is $34. Right there, you see it? $34 all day long. $44, $22, $34. Okay, this is $34 Dual Power. Okay. Original version Dual of Infinite Permanence, which came out in Flames of Destruction, Secret Rare is $64. Okay. Then you go to unlimited versions. Once again, it's a little bit different. It's $45. So you go, okay, VC, it's going down in value, V. I would argue it's not, and here's why. First edition versions are way different. 44, right? First edition, you got one over here at 56. Then it's 57. Almost there, 58. That guy has one. That's a playset. 59. So let's go to the lowest. I just want to see because there's only that many. Okay. $56 for first edition, unlimited, $45. We'll say 40. We'll say 47. That's a pretty big differential. Now going to first edition versions of Infinite Permanence, you got it over here at $56, $56, and then you go back to the Ultra version of Infinite Permanence, it's $33, almost 34. We'll say 34. It's a pretty big difference for a card that does the same exact thing. Well, Dual Power is chock full of these cards. A ton of these cards are like that, where the Ultra Rare and Dual Power is so cheap, and the higher rarity version is so high. And the obvious question is, why is it like that? Well, many reasons, guys. Reason number 1, Dual Power was bought out to hell. I'm serious. Everyone bought Dual Power. Every store, every Walmart, and we sold it all. I got 6 or 9 cases, I can't even remember, and I unloaded all of them. All my customers came in and bought them. I was gonna hold a case myself and do a case opening video. I couldn't hold it. Customers came up to me and, I'll buy your case, and I'm like, well, customer before store owner, here, fucking buy it, and they did. They bought everything. And the reason I want to say that is because other people have done that as well. People have made videos saying they spent $10,000 in Dual Power. And the reason that's a dumb video to make, a really dumb video, because I like Magic the Gathering, where people go ooh and ah, because the market is so expanded. There's so many of that set being printed. There's so many stores on cracking that set. There's so much circulation, and the market still has sustainability, and that's why their price moves in standard at a snail's pace, mostly. Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, where the prices move a lot faster, is because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players know what to keep, what to unload, almost instantly. And when you talk about you throwing in 10K in Dual Power, you're just saying, hi guys, me here, bad investor, I'm just going to dilute the market. Now, it's not really that guy's fault for throwing 10K in. He's part of the problem, big part of the problem. It's a hilariously bad part of the problem, because you'll probably lose money instantly and have to wait to make $1,000, maybe about a year and a half, 2 years, on that 10K investment. Have fun with that investment. Could invest in blue chip stocks. But everyone opened Dual Power, and the prices of Dual Power cards have tanked. It's not even, you don't have to even look far. You can look at Ghostbound Haunted Mansion. It's the market price of Ghostbound Haunted Mansion is $9, but the secret versions, unlimited, are $20 for Ghostbound Haunted Mansion. And there's definitely a differential between first edition and unlimited, as I'll show you in 2 seconds. $21. It's just not worth. What I'm trying to show you guys, it's just Dual Power is a terrible investment to buy sealed. It's just not good because, once again, the market is so insanely diluted. Cards like Cyber Dragon Nasher, which are $24 on pre-order, if anyone forgot, that was the price point of Cyber Dragon Nasher, is useless. It's $6. And this is Cyber Dragons. And I really want to emphasize that, because look at the other Cyber Dragon cards, they go up in value. They don't go down, which is really weird, but it is what it is. Well, in dual power, they go down in value because everyone opens it, store opens it, vendors open it, and people make videos online showing how much dual power they cracked. And let's be honest, who wants dual power versions of a card in which you get the highest rarity? If you're a rarity whore, you're going to want First Edition Secret Rare Infinite Permanents. The $54 version, not the $34 version. $20 differential and higher rarity. Does it sound stupid? Of course. Casual players will definitely want to buy dual power. And I guarantee you, they will be buying into dual power because it's dirt cheap. But casual players do not buy as fast as expensive cards being bought from competitive players if it shows any viability. That's why we see hype with more meta cards, and there's no casual card hype. It just doesn't exist. Hopefully I explained dual power to you guys perfectly. I feel like I'm still going to have questions about the price differentials. If I had $1,000 to invest in a Yu-Gi-Oh set, I wouldn't invest it in one sealed set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless, you know, I get some Retro Pack. It's like the only... Retro Pack, DR4 is like the only sealed sets you would have been like... You would have made crazy money. Maybe Star Trek Blast, those 3 sets out of all the sets in Yu-Gi-Oh! What I would have done is, I would have bought into the market. And yeah, I would have manipulated the market, but let's be honest with you. You manipulate the market and you make pluses. If you think this is mean, well, there's a lot of people, still owner, vendor, players, even casuals, who are doing this right now as we speak. It is what it is. You either join in the game with the market, or you just pull out and go, well, whatever, I just don't want to see this. But it is something that's there. And you buy into the market, you rip it apart. Hey, that's my store right there, by the way, in Same TCG. You buy into the market, you rip it apart, and then you just, you know, sell out to the market. Or let's be honest with you, if I had $1,000, I really wanted to invest it, but I didn't really. I wanted to make more than 10% yield. Put in stock. You just always make money. You just always make money on the interest. Anyway. Moving forward, guys, Magister Paladin, the Center Drake Slayer. Market price of this card is $254. This card was $1. And now we actually have a price for this card. It's roughly around $16. After that one's gone, it's about $18. Then after that one's gone, it mostly stabilizes roughly around $20 for this ultra rare. Why is it high in value? I have zero idea. All I know is I said it was going to be $1. I talked for another couple of minutes, and it was bought out. All of them was bought out. And I think the whoever did that buy was a smart guy, but... Say something for the homies, bro. Magister Paladin, setting Draco Slayer was a really fast buyout and really nice ulti, to be honest with you. Then we have El Shadow Construct. Another card, once again, moving forward into looking at the ban list, Ultimate Rare Construct might go up in value because Shadow Construct might come off the ban list post-Nationals. We'll get a ban list most likely around August. Looking at El Shadow Construct has a $27 market price. Unlimited versions, $18. First edition versions, $20 for Ultimate Rare El Shadow Construct. This is a pretty good buy for a card in which I think is going to go higher in value in the near future. As months go on, the minute we end Nationals, the minute we're done with World Celebration, this card is going to hit some dumb numbers. And if Shadow Construct goes to 2 or 3, every version of it's going to be trash except the Ultimate version, which will get bought out and go higher in value. So keep an eye on this card. We also have Shooting Star Dragon from Star Strike Blast. Ultimate Rare. Some of you players might have this card. Market price says it's almost $24 for Ultimate Rare Shooting Star Dragon. It's not. Okay, so name it versions, because it's lightly played, are about $46. After that one's gone, it hovers almost near $50 for Ultimate Rare Shooting Star Dragon. Why? Who cares? It's a $50 card that you might have in your binder. You might want to check that out. Stores might have this in their showcases, not know what it does. You might want to talk to them about that. Up next, guys, Star Eater. A card I feel like is going to go up in value, but not as fast as Shooting Star Dragon, but nevertheless will go up in value. Ultimate Rare Star Eater has a $7 market price. While looking at limited versions, it's 13s. First editions is around 14, 15. This card is slowly creeping up the market. With only 2 pages left and not many walls, as you can see over here, I wouldn't be surprised if this card was bought out. Now, it ends all the way down here at almost near the $19 price point. They got unlimited, that's just, obscurely overpriced, for Star Eater. But I wouldn't be surprised if this card gets bought out as well. It's just, some of these older cards, the rares, are getting bought out. I'm not talking about Ghost Rares, because that market's even more insane. Maybe I'll do a Ghost Rare market watch in the future as well. I just gotta pile it on top of the market watches I'm doing. I gotta do a deck core and a Ghost Rare, but there's a lot of crazy things happening within the market. You got Kartik Mistake, which everyone kind of forgot about. Your mistake. Puns. Market price of this card is roughly around $3, and then you see unlimited version at $2. First editions are gonna be a little tricky. They're almost near $3 by the market price. Well, guys, you know what it does? It's a continuous shop that says neither player can add cards from the deck to their hand except by drawing them. I'm not sure if he knows or not, but Skystrikers is still around. They have to add cards. Mistake says, no, Shizuku Engage, you don't add nothing. Good day, sir. I don't know. I think this card's a phenomenal card that's not seeing much play because There's a lot of other cards in the meta, but I do feel like if the meta was to slow down a little bit, I do feel Mistake could be a phenomenal card. Once again, it came out in Shadow Specters, and it also came out in the Megatin, which is roughly around $2 as well. And then it came out in those two versions alone, Shadow Specters and Megatins, and those are the ones that had value. I still recommend getting original print and Shadow Specters, but we've seen Megatin cards throughout this year spike even higher than original prints for some weird reason. So I wouldn't be surprised if you got either or. They're both good investments. And Mistake's a phenomenal card, guys. I really recommend you start looking into that. Hey, Time Wizard. Anyone want to get a Time Wizard? Anyone want to get a first edition Time Wizard? Well, I looked through every single page, and the Let You Play first edition Time Wizard is $55. After that one's gone, the next one's $80. This is for Let You Played. I'm not even joking you. Time Wizard. There's no Let You Played up until the last page, where it starts at $55. First edition Time Wizard. Collector's card, you say? You damn right it is, and it's value. Now, there's other versions of Time Wizards. You got Retro Pack 1, which is at $10 in the market, which is already bought out. Someone already got wind of this. Super rare version of Time Wizard. Speed Duel Time, which is super rare, which is kind of weird. A little awkward there, Retro Pack 1. Which is $7 for Speed Duel Tournament Pack. By the way, Speed Duel Tournament Packs are value. If you don't have a Speed Duel deck, get it. Go to your store owner. If you have Speed Duels, play them. Get a tournament pack. Each one of these cards, even the lowest valued one, I'll show you in a second, is worth a lot of money. But yeah, Time Wizards from Speed Duels are $7. Let's look at Speed Duel cards for a second. Let's go to lowest to high. Let's see. The lowest card is Gift Free to Iron Knight. It is $6. You get 2 Speed Duel cards per 1 OTS pack. Speed Duel OTS pack. Speed Duels cost $5 entry. Just do the math. I already did the math. It's good math. You should really go into Speed Duels and play. But a crappy Speed Duel decks, win or lose, who cares? If you win, I think it depends on your luck, because you might win more Speed Duel packs. It's just good times. I don't know. Like I could recommend people playing Speed Duels. I know we had yesterday, I think they had the Speed Duel tournament in Twitch. They got like 7,000 people watching. It was in French though, so I have only French people at Google and Gaga for Speed Duels. I really wish we had an American one, because it'd be about 7 people watching. Me, 2 buddies of mine. Actually, people everyone in my store will probably be watching, but I'm not sure who else will watch for the American version. But I do think that the American Speed Duels definitely needs to be revitalized. And with the new set coming out at the end of the month, I think that can happen with Speed Duels. I think Speed Duels is definitely a set that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players might start focusing on now, because we might start having an established meta in Speed Duels. New sets coming out at the end of the month, guys. Speed Duel OTS packs are worth great value. I think we might be getting Speed Duel OTS pack 2. I could be wrong. At the same time in August when we get the next OTS pack, which would be phenomenal. But I think Speed Duels has a lot of potential, just a really crappy and slow start. Then you got other versions of Dark Time Wizard, like the Super Rare from Dark Beginning 2. But like I said, none of this matters. Even the comments don't really matter. Because the Super Rare one's only one that really matters as far as, if you want to get the Speed Duel version, or the Ultra Rare First Edition Time Wizard. Then we got Bonafide Colossus. I don't know why, I don't have an answer for you, but I think this card should be bought out like all day long. Bonafide Colossus has 8 stars. Fire Monster. Secret Rare came out only in Cosmo Blazer. If you control a Fire Monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When you special summon this card from your hand, target 2 Fire Monsters you control, destroy those targets. This sounds pretty trash, I'll be honest with you. But I kind of like this card. And I feel like Konami could make a deck circled around this card relatively easily. Well, look at the market price of this card. It's about 50 cents for a Bonafide Colossus. Unlimited are 42 cents. First editions are 45 cents. I don't know, man. I kind of want to say buy this card. I just want to say it. I'm gonna buy a playset. I'm not sure what you. I might R9 it. It's like 50 cents. Why? How would you not R9 at 50 cents? I'm gonna R9 this card. I'll be honest with you. Zodiac Barrage is another card that's $3.40 in the market price. Unlimited versions of Barrages are about 6s, and then first editions of the Barrages are about almost near $7. For the original print Zodiac Barrage. And going back to what I said earlier, if you're looking to pick up a Zoo Core, get a first edition Zoo Core. Barrage is the most expensive card besides Whiptail, and other cards are just dirt cheap. And I would highly recommend you pick up the Zoo Core. I highly recommend it. It's just something that you're not gonna immediately go plus for, but I think long term Zoo can come back. And as weird as it sounds saying it now, it's kind of like seeing older decks that were once busted come back into the fray and not really doing much in the meta. And I think that Zuya Barrage will be that deck one day. So why not get it now as opposed to getting it later? You can always trade for more Zoo stuff, by the way. And after Nationals, I guarantee you I'll be that guy out there trading for dank Zoo stuff because I want to get it, throw it in my binders, and give good cards away. So if you have you have old cards like Barrages and whatnot that you don't want from Raging Tempest, first edition, just look for me after Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals. I'll be there trading you. And I'll have value cards. I don't care about them. I want this stuff. Okay, common question of the day comes from XYZN1. He says, "Hey V, what hoops does a shop or event center have to go through to host a regional tournament?" I asked because the closest place in several directions for me to go to for regionals is 2 hours away in Pittsburgh. Let me that's a good time. I know in New York it's like, oh, it's like an hour away. Oh, what long commute. But everywhere else in the country, people travel 6 hours, 8 hours. I've gotten hotels to go to regionals because we travel that long. Regionals are very long. For 2 hours, that's nothing, bro. Be appreciative of a 2 hour commute for regionals. That's a good commute. Unless once again, you're in Pittsburgh, so obviously New Yorkers, and everyone's just having a good time laughing. They're traveling like an hour, half an hour, and they're going, oh, finally here, man. Oh, that train was on. But like anywhere else in the country, it's like, oh, there's a regionals where? Okay. I have to call off work those 2 days because I'm gonna leave 1 day in advance. It's just really rough. So, yeah, a convention center in town is interested in hosting these type of events, and I would prefer to do an 8-minute drive than a 2 hour. Bro, bro, just enjoy 2 hours. Okay, so let me answer your question. For my fellow store owners, I think only store owners can do it, by the way, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals. There's certain criteria that have to be met when doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals. Now, I cannot mention all these criteria. I really can't. I'll get in trouble with KONAMI, and I don't want to get in trouble with KONAMI. But I will tell you, every state, almost every major city in every state I should really go with, has a number of people they need to fit in. So let me explain. We'll say, yeah, I'm in Kentucky. Lexington will need to have an event that can hold 300 tables. You understand? I mean, 300 chairs. I'm sorry, not tables. Oh my God, no. Chairs. So you would have to have an event that can hold at least 300 chairs for your location. So if your convention event center, it has to have a certain amount of tables. Now, once again, I cannot give you your number. I'm sorry, I cannot. KONAMI will not allow me to. But every place has a certain number. Some places have it up to like 500. Some places are like 120. If you make that, God bless. Like, it just really depends on the area you're at. I don't have an answer for you. Besides that, and you have to be a local OTS store on the KONAMI system for at least 6 months. You have to have Yu-Gi-Oh! Players at your locals. You have to have a community at your area. Now, being the fact that you live 2 hours away from Pittsburgh, I wouldn't think it's going to be too hard to get a community, so that's not a big deal. If you are a store owner, by the way. Once again, if you're not a store owner, you can't do any of this. Then there's other things that you have to do KONAMI. Paperwork. Yay, paperwork. That you have to do KONAMI, and certain things that they ask for needs to be done. And once again, like I said, I can't give you this information. I'm sorry. It can only be done through. You can actually look at OTS owner. They probably will tell you if they don't care. Some I know really do care and won't tell you nothing. So enjoy that. But yeah, no, that's what it comes down to. You have to have within your area an event center that will fit amount of tables. You have to be a stoner for 6 months. These are just common things that I think are known already. But as far as any other information, I can't really discuss it on here. Maybe after I'm an OTS stoner, maybe I can discuss certain things. I don't think KONAMI will get too angry for me. I'm not confidentiality for life, KONAMI. I'm not that guy. Okay, there's nothing that says you can never tell nobody this for life. I used to work for the TSA, and there's things you literally had to do. It was like confidentiality for life agreements and crap. It was like one of those weird like what is it, like life contracts that the Scientology people sign. It's like that, but with TSA. So KONAMI, I don't have that with you. So the minute I'm not an OTS store, I'm doing all this. I'm telling everybody everything. I'm a waterfall of information. Let's go with Neil Long. Neil, you're the last common question of the day. He says, "My Locust is a pretty good scene. Ayy. But we've wondered about why we haven't been able to get OTS packs as prizes. I spoke with the owner. He said because the latest packs give more bang for the players' buck, and because he can't get them restocked for months." He's not lying. He's even requested them from KONAMI, and he never got them until much further down the line. Instead, he gives them as the entry packs for the weekend locals 2 times a week. Is there any way for him to get them in quicker in order to offer them as prize packs? And do you think players get more from the latest packs OTS as prize? Yeah, okay. So let me answer this in a couple of ways. Number one, I'll answer from backwards to forwards. Players get more value in new OTS price packs because you pull Sunlight Wolf, you pull your entry fee. You pull Yateya, you're good to go. Everything else is not really good value, but it's good trade bait. And even that is good for your binder. It makes it look nicer. The latest OTS packs, for the most part, are pretty good. And even though we don't have a hand trap in this OTS pack, there's still a crazy amount of value. We still have Colossus being a valued card, roughly around 50s. We have Hayates being roughly around 35s. And that Orcus monster, Galatea, being roughly around 70s. So these are big valued cards that are still maintaining value in an OTS pack that is currently in circulation. So yeah, it is kind of a big deal. And yeah, as far as price packs, it's Konami changed something. And I think I could talk about it now because it's been thrown out and everyone knows about it. But what happened was Konami used to go to OTS store owners and go, here's your OTS boxes. You do the prices, you do all that. Let us know when you need more, and we'll just, go have fun. Go play. Well, it's different now. OTS store owners get a set amount per season. What is the season, you say? But as far as OTS, that's until the next OTS releases. So if your store has a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh players, you're getting like one box, my guy, up until like the next OTS, which probably is going to be August. Hopefully it will be August. Or if you're a bigger OTS store, you'll probably get more allocations. Well, remember I said about OTS stores used to do whatever with the OTS packs, price packs? Ideally, guys, by the way, they don't do that anymore. What they do now is Konami told every OTS owner, hey, listen, for every 2 players that enters your OTS event, if you want to use your OTS's prize support, 1 OTS pack is given for 2 players. That's it. And yeah, it's hurt a lot of OTS stores. It's hurt a lot of players going to locals because the allure of that has dried up. And for my players, it's definitely hurt the amount of players that want to play my locals because the prize support isn't as big as it used to be. And it sucks. It really does. And I really do feel like Konami's shooting himself in the leg because they don't want to spend more money in OTS product, which is promotional product. Let's be real about that. I've always said it and I always will. OTS product is promotional product. That's all it is, to get more players walking through the doors of OTS, to have more bigger numbers. And I wouldn't be surprised if the amount of growth that Konami has dwindled, if not a little bit, because of this new plan they have. Hopefully by next OTS, OTS 11 or whatever it's called, Konami has this whole problem rectified, and we can go back to Konami can go back to giving stores the opportunity to get OTS product a little more frequently, not deny stores for promotional product to promote their game. So hopefully that can happen, and hopefully stores can give OTS product to their players at free will, which makes players more likely to want to go to these OTS stores. Hopefully this can happen because Konami, you have a lot of growth, fast growth, and if you want to stifle it, continue doing this with OTS packs, and you're going to continue to stifle it. So your OTS, by the way, to answer your question, your OTS owner is not lying. There's not much you can do. You can request Konami to give you more OTS packs. They're going to ask you the price structure. You can say, well, I should do it my way before you guys told me how to do it your way. By the way, thanks for that. And now I know that way, but I don't have any. And like I said, the next OTS is, I think, going to come out around August, I believe. We're in January, March, April, May. We're in May. January, March, April, May, June, July. You got 3 months of no OTS product. Like I would go to Konami and be like, come on, my guy, you can't do this to me. You want me to promote your game or not? Because that's what it comes down to. And if you want to see growth decline, as if you're Konami, then you say no. But if you want to see the OTS store happy, and you want to see the OTS store doing the right thing, and they're trying to do the right thing by you, Konami, you gotta work with the store owners. You have to work with us. You just changed the whole setup of your promotional support, your price support, like that, and told nobody. You have to work with us OTS store owners, because by doing this, you are hurting your game, your growth. I'm just throwing it out there. And I really appreciate you guys watching, answering the comment question of the day. If you have a comment question yourself, type in hashtag #QFV. Thank you to you guys, XYZN1 and Neil Long. And by the way, guys, real quickly, since you're already here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment down below if you even don't have a hashtag #QFV. You comment your little comment down below. Get ready to yell at me if I made any mistakes. Compulses out 1. Ooh, I got him, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thank you so much. And what's happening next Market Watch? Well, tune in next time on the next episode of Dragon Ball V. See you later, paisanos.